Fight fans, what is up? Glove Talk Podcast here with a breakdown for this weekend's main event, Petr Yan versus Merab Dvalishvili. From the moment this fight got announced, I loved it. Main event ran all over it. 5 rounds, I think, of 100% action. On one side, you got the challenger, Merab Dvalishvili. Guy trains out of Serra-Longo, Aljamain Sterling's training partner. He has looked so good from the moment he's come to the UFC. He has cardio, in my opinion, the best cardio in the UFC right now. The guy does not stop. He's only gotten better and better every single fight. His grappling coming in, already some of the best in the weight class. A terrific wrestler, terrific ground and pound. His stand-up striking has been probably the only hole in his game so far, which I think is something in this matchup doesn't really bode well for him and is going to be a test. How much has he really improved in his striking against a guy in Petr Yan, who trains in Muay Thai, who's a Sambo master? It's an interesting matchup. I love it. I think Merab, it's definitely a test for sure, but I think this is the kind of test where if he does win this fight, you have to give him a title fight. Merab Dvalishvili, against Marlon Moraes, got caught, almost got finished, and then came back and threw I think it was 133 unanswered strikes, the most unanswered strikes in UFC history, and won that fight. Beat Jose Aldo, did what he had to do in that fight. Beat Cody Stamann. He's looked very, very good. I think this is the real elite test, the first one for Merab Dvalishvili in his career. He has shown the potential. I think now is the time where we get to see, is he well-versed in a 5-round fight against a former champ in Petr Yan, who is still in his prime. Last fight for Petr Yan against Sugar Sean O'Malley. I had that fight 2-1 for Petr Yan. I gave round 1 and round 2 to Petr Yan. I don't think round 3 was a 10-8 for Sean O'Malley, like a lot of people scored it. But either way, it does count as a loss on his record, and he has to prove himself this fight. He's lost to Sean, he lost to Aljamain, and then he got disqualified in the fight before his Sandhagen fight against Aljamain. Petr Yan needs a win badly, but if there's a guy that can do it, it's him. Every time he fights in the octagon, he looks very composed, almost like the Terminator, honestly. Keeps coming forward, has terrific striking, terrific trips, terrific clinch game, terrific grappling. I think this is a very good matchup. Both these guys put their heads down, they fight, they have cardio for days, they get in each other's face. I think this right here has potential to be not just fight of the night for the night, but we could be looking at one of the fights of the year come the end of the year. These guys are killers. This fight has a lot on the line. I think, for Merab training with Aljo, he gets to kind of see the blueprint on how to beat Petr Yan, because Aljamain did that. The last fight, rode his back most of the fight. Last fight, Aljamain fought against Petr Yan. I love this fight. I think what we're looking at here, it's very tough to bet right now. Petr Yan is a minus 240 favorite. Merab a plus 200 underdog. I think that's fair. I wouldn't throw money at this fight, and if you do, I'd say throw it at Merab. I think if there's one guy that has a chance to win as a dog on this card, it is definitely Merab Dvalishvili. I've been a big Dvalishvili fan from the moment he got in the UFC. This matchup, it's honestly as perfect as it gets for both these guys. I love it. I think it's tough for me to make a pick in this fight, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Very tough for me. Both these guys are so good. Petr Yan definitely better on the feet, but Merab's wrestling, it's just tough to bet against that. I'm gonna take Merab Dvalishvili. I think the way he fights, the way he just keeps going. Yes, Yan has great cardio, but Merab's different, man. The way he's built, he gets hit and he goes harder. He's supposed to be tired and he punches even more. I love it. I think with Ray Longo in his corner, with Aljamain training with him, I think he has a better blueprint to beat Petr Yan than most people do. Yeah, I'm taking Merab Dvalishvili, but either way, I think we're in for a great event, great fights on this card. And don't forget to tune in. UFC Fight Night, Petr Yan, Merab Dvalishvili, only on ESPN Plus. And after the fight, tune into the Glove Talk podcast. We'll break down all the fights, break down this card for you guys. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for all the follows, all the shares. We love it. We love you guys, and this is what we do it for. We love the fight game, but we also love being able to show you guys the beauty of the fight game from our perspective and being able to interact with you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you, and don't forget to tune in.